Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Half-Ass Gaming Playthrough Gettysburg campaign, where it's the campaign is pitting myself against Gamer X. Gamer X. He will live in obscurity, but yeah, me against Gamer X, two comparable players playing the Roads to Gettysburg campaign. In real life, the game is unfinished. We're about 2/3 of the way through, and we're on turn 13, I want to say. But on this, I'm doing the recreation. I'm stupidly writing down all the moves and everything that's happened, and for this recreation, we're on turn 3. Turn 3. The first video had the first 2 turns. There weren't that many units on the board, but the Union has rolled, and well, let's just go ahead and do it. We'll see how it turns out. All right, one moment. So let's go to the sequence of play, and sequence of play. All right, again, turn 3. Well, maybe we should look at the situation first. Let's just go over the situation. So there's Gettysburg right there on your picture. Let's just do a brief 10-second recreation of what's going on. So in the first turn, I'm going to bring the resolution out twice. Basically what you've had is you've seen Ewell's Corps move into the valley straight due north out of Sharpsburg, and that's as far as they've gotten. They're entering the valley. Jenkins chased Knipe into the South Mountain passes, did an attack on him, and he managed to live to fight another day. And that is basically it. The Union didn't have any other forces really that were able to be active. But they do now. Let's go through it. Falling Waters phase starts on turn 6. Random events, not on turns 1, 2, or 3. Next turn. Union reinforcements. No. Harper's Ferry phase. No. Army of the Potomac arrival phase. Okay. This is where it gets interesting. So what happened was they actually rolled. He rolled a 4. Gamer X, that is, on turn 3, and that yielded C2. And basically what that means is the first increment of the AOP will arrive this turn, and he will only get 2 victory points. In the campaign game, the Union is awarded victory points based on how quickly or how long it takes for them to get units to arrive. And so basically the quicker they show up, he gets fewer victory points. He only got 2. Like, for instance, if they showed up really late, you could get as many as 20 victory points. Okay, so they only got 2 because in turn 3 the first increment is showing up. So have I placed them? Let's go take a look. And yes, I did. I placed them to how Gamer X placed his units. And I'm going to move back up with the resolution, and here they are right below Frederick. Frederick would be right there, and here they are. So that's how they placed them. They placed them First Corps with Kilpatrick's Cav guys right there. Sickles Corps, that is to say Third Corps right there, and over here is the 11th Corps, Howard's 11th Corps. All right, so that's just the first of 3 increments that are coming on the board. All right, let's continue with the sequence of play here. The Stuart phase, not till turn 6. Let me just click on here. I want to see if this is recording okay. Everything's still going good. Yes. All right, wonderful. All right, so back to this. Yeah, there we go. Stuart phase, no. Leader transfer phase. Let's see how this went. Oh, AOP, no LTs. No leader transfers to the AOP. I don't think the rebels did any either. Let's go take a quick look at the rebels. It's not written down, so I don't know why it didn't say. Let's see. Would Ewell have? No, Ewell would not have moved. Okay. All right. Fantastic. All right. So we move on to, that was no leader transfers, attachment phase, action phase. All right. Let's get into that. I'll put the book aside here, and now I go to my list. All right. Turn 3. So again, the Union got 2 victory points, and they brought on the first increment. So who wins the first init? That's going to be the rebels. They activate Johnson. Where is Johnson? Am I right there, right on him? Indeed I am, right there. Let me see if I bring this up too. Yeah, that's the resolution I want to be on. Activate Johnson to F2. He rolls a 4, gets 6 movement points, and he goes to 1423. So let's go ahead and move him 6 movement points. Where's the cursor? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 1423, and his EM is a 4. His EM roll was a 4. Oh, I didn't give him a fatigue. Okay, now he would have needed an EM, and he rolled a 4. He's good. All right. The next init goes to the rebels again. Early, he's going to do a detachment. Really? Let's go look at that. Early's going to do a detachment. All right, let's bring in a sub. Early with the detachment. Okay. One moment. There's a CSA sub. All right, and do the core affiliation. Nope, wrong. Right there. All right, good. Let's get that out of the way. All right, so how are you going to break it down? Early detachment. 5. Oh, wait a minute. What does it say? Sub 1, 5, 5. Yeah. All right, so it's going to be 5 points. He's going to go to give him increased manpower. Increase manpower. We're doing this the slow way, I realize that. The slow pain in the ass way. Increase manpower. Come on, dude, you hit the wrong one. You hit fatigue. Increase manpower. Take him to 5 is what we're looking to do. Alright, so these guys are activating, and he's doing a detachment. So they both pick up 1 fatigue, right? And let me move Early out of here, and the sub's going to sit right in Greencastle, and so what they do is Early rolls a 4. He rolls a 4 after dropping a sub on Greencastle, which is 6 movement points. By the way, we need to talk about this. There's a special rule in this campaign that for the first, I want to say, how many turns? I want to say the first 9 turns that Ewell's Corps, even if they don't have the benefit of being within the command radius of Ewell himself, they still get 2 movement points on top of the roll. That's a special rule for this campaign. So if he rolled a 4, he's going to get 6 movement points, and he's going to move, that is to say Early, he's going to move to 0732 with 6 movement points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0732 right there. All right, so the next init is rolled, and it goes to the Union. All right, so they're going to move some of their new guys that just came aboard. Let's go back to them. And they're both south of Frederick. And what are they going to do? So the first move that the Union is going to do is First Corps. He's going to move he's going to move Kilpatrick, which is Custer and Farnsworth. Yeah, he's going to move these 2 guys. Farnsworth and I'm not sure who gets Kilpatrick. Oh, you know what? I think they moved together. That's why I'm not getting that. All right, so those guys are going to move together. So third, First Corps and Kilpatrick. Activate Kilpatrick. They're going to 8, and they get 8 movement points to 23-27. All right, fabulous. 8 movement points to 23-27. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I took a wrong turn here. Wait a minute. How in the hell 8 movement points to 23-27? How is that possible? They can't get there from here. Here comes the phone call. Potential spam. Yeah, we're not going to deal with that right now. All right. The question is, how in the hell did they get to 23-27 with 8 movement points? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, yeah, that works. Why did it not look like it was going to work? 8 movement points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's correct. All right, so the next init belongs to the rebels. All right. And now let's just, before I go to the rebels, Annette, what Gamer X is doing right here is something that he likes to do, which is actually, it's good. It's a good strategy. He's moving out his cavalry to basically clog up mountain passes. So when the rebels are gonna, the rebels are going to have, well, they don't know this, but the Union doesn't know this as a certainty. But what they do know is that the rebel corps are crossing South Mountain. All right, Union cavalry wants to be there to clog those up, and that's what he's going to do. And so that explains why he's moving his cav right off the bat. All right, so we move back to the rebels, which they want it and activate Hill's crew. All right, so let's find Hill's crew. Where are you? Where are they? All right, let's go bigger. I seem to have lost Hill's crew. Oh, wait a minute. They don't get activated to turn 3. All right, that's what I did wrong. Duh. All right, it is turn 3. Delete. All right, let's activate them. Fatigue. So we were hyper focused on the Union, and we neglected to notice that Hill's Corps comes on turn 3, and that's why I couldn't find them, because they're in their staging area. So there they are at Shepherdstown, and what do they roll? So they roll a 2, which gives them 4 MP. Anderson's going to go to 524. Oh, 524. Where is Anderson? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, Hethan Hill, Heath Hill, whatever. No, not Pender. Pender, you stay back. You're the last one to move. Heath, whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Pender goes to 0525. 1, 2, 3. All right, that's it for the Rebs on that activation. Next, back to the Union. Union wins the next activation, and here they are. What are they going to do? Well, he's going back to Kilpatrick because, like I said, GamerX wisely wants to clog up these mountain passes. It's a really good strategy. I do the same damn thing. So Kilpatrick's going. These two guys, Custer and Farnsworth, are going to go to fatigue 2. Increase, and it's 9 MP, and they're moving together, which is nice for my purposes. 1524, 9 movement points. 1524. Wow, is he crossing? Is he crossing? He looks like he's crossing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There he goes. He crosses the mountains, and he's up in their grill. It looks like he's moving towards Hill's Corps. All right, so Union wins the next init, and we're going to First Corps. All right, First Corps is going to move. Let's activate them. Do I have that right? First Corps, Reynolds. Yes, indeed I do. Fatigue, increase, and they get roll of 5, so it's 6 movement points. Wadsworth to 23-29. Wait a minute. Okay, let's just pull Wadsworth out of here, since he was written down first. He goes to 23-29. That's 6 movement points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then it looks like other 2 units to 23-20 with Reynolds. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Did you say 23-30? No, 23-30. Here and here. How many was that for him? That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He only went 5. So Reynolds and Robinson should be able to spend the extra 1 to jump on top of him. They have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 6 to right there. So that's First Corps moving out. So the next init goes to the... First of all, let's take a big look at this. Let's look at the big picture. It's moved way out. That's about as small as I want to go. There you go. That's the first, what's left of the first increment. You see Kilpatrick is across the southern end of one of the mountain ranges, and here's Hill over here. He looks like he's trying to intercept Hill in some mountain range, and then First Corps is moving due north. All right, awesome. 1, 2, 3. All right, back off too. All right, so the next init belongs to Hill's crew's going to F2. Okay, back to the rebels. Hill's crew, give them their second fatigue. And their roll is going to be a 4, plus the 2 is 6 MP. Anderson to 0618. That's 6 movement point. 618. All right, Anderson's due north. No, separate them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pender to 09. Let's go with a Heath and Hill in 0920. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice move. And then Pender to 0921. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, there you go. That is Hill's Corps to Fatigue 2. Union. Reynolds is going to go First Corps. We're going back to First Corps. They're going to 2. Fatigue 2. And what is it? They roll a 4, 5 movement points. Wadsworth to 24-24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Robinson to 24-25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Doubleday and Reynolds to 23-25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so they just passed through Frederick, heading due north. All right, next is for the end of this page. I got what, 3 pages? This is the end of first page. Hill's crew, back to the Rebs, is going to F3. All right, and all of them are in command radius, barely. And so they're going to F3, fatigue. And they get 4, which is, they roll a 4, which is 6 MP. Anderson is going to go to 10-14. All right, Anderson, let's see, which way are you going? Okay, Anderson 6. 1, 2, no. Disconnect them. Okay, Anderson again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll do his EM in a bit. Hefton Hill to 1215. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and Pender goes to 1216. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we got EMs. And the EMs go down this way, nice and easy. Anderson rolls a 2. He's good. Heath and Hill roll a roll 1. They're good. And Pender rolls a 3. They're good. Nobody takes any hits. And we go to the second page. Second of our 3 pages to run through. Let me just check the feed. Let's see how the feed's going. The feed is going well. We're 20 minutes into it. Okay, solid. And let's see. So the next activation is Rebels. We stay with the Rebels, but a different corps. We're going to move Johnson. All right, so Johnson's up here by his lonesome. And he is... Now, does this take him to fatigue 3? It does. It does take him to fatigue 3. Let's move him to 3. So he's going to definitely need an EM roll. All right, let's see what he rolls. He rolls a 3, which is 5 movement points. 1621. Let's move him. 1, 2, 3. Oh, he stops at Shippensburg. Now here his EM roll is a 2, so he's good. So now you can see the rebels are stopping at these towns. All right, you can see he stopped at Shippensburg. Nobody's in Chambersburg, maybe later. But the sub, they specifically dropped the sub on Greencastle, and that is for levying purposes. Okay, you guys will see how levying turns into victory points in probably a turn and a half from now. The next is activate roads. Yeah, he's going to do the same damn thing. Let's find roads. Okay, there is road. Maybe he's not doing the same thing. Roads to F1. Maybe he's just moving 1. F1, he gets 6, which is an 8 to 1924. 8 movement points to 1924. Interesting. Let's see how he does this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he looks like that may be a crossing for the rebels. No EM needed. Was that to F1? That's Rhodes, right? Rhodes to F1. Yeah, he's fine. Okay, the Rebs win the next knit, and Early's going to go to F2. He rolls a 5, 7 MPs, and he's going to stop in Chambersburg. 1, 2, 3, 4. He does need... Early did need an EM roll, and it doesn't say that he... And I did not write it down. I did not write Early's EM roll down. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and break him because it really doesn't matter. For the purpose of this, I didn't write it down, so I'm going to go ahead and break him. Because what he's doing, he's stopping at Chambersburg, and if it doesn't really matter if he breaks here. It's all about fatigue. You cannot levy a town until your fatigue's at 0. So I'm going to go ahead and break him just because I don't know. He probably didn't break, but I'm going to go ahead and break him anyway. What is this? Early to F2. Yeah, I should have wrote that down. 929. Let's go ahead and manpower break him. Decrease manpower. Disorg. It doesn't even matter. It's all about fatigue for levying. Okay, back to the Union wins the next one and next fatigue, and let's see what they're going to do. They're going to activate, it looks like, is it 3rd Corps down here? Let's move down to 3rd Corps. Sickles is 3rd Corps. Indeed, Sickles, they get a 6, which is going to be 7 movement points. Okay, Bernie, 25-29. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then Humphreys and Sickles to 25, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They stop right there. They may be heading to Frederick. Next to net goes to the Union again and Sickles again. So they go to fatigue 2. All right, and their movement is going to be 5. The die roll's 5, 6 MPs, and let's take Bernie to 23, 26. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's in Frederick. Humphreys and Sickles 23, 27. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so that's where they are. The next activation is Howard's Corps. All right. Down here, this is the last corps from the first increment, fatigue, and they roll a. I didn't even write down how many movement points, but I wrote where they go to. Okay, so that is. Where's Steinwehr? Steinwehr in here? Yeah, Steinwehr goes to 28-32. That's going to be 1, 2. Evidently, they didn't move well. All else, 29-33. So they must have rolled a 1. They had to have rolled a 1. So the other two just go right there. All right, fair enough. Okay, the next, the Rebs win the next one and they pass. So back to the Union. The Union goes to, which corps are they going to go to? Howard's Corps again, right where we are. They're going to go to fatigue 2. And they get it, roll a 3 for 4 movement points. Steinwehr. What is it? It says shirts first. We're not going to move shirts first. We're going to move Steinwehr and Howard. I guess he moved Howard up to Steinwehr. And they move 4 movement points to 27-31, which is just going to be 1, 2. That wasn't far. And then Barlow to 26-30. Maybe they moved him first. What did they got? 4 movement points? How did Barlow get to 26-30? I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to put him there. That doesn't add up with 4 movement points. And Steinwehr and Howard. All right, you know what? Let's do that again. Let's try to make sense of this. All right, that's where they started. Okay, Steinwehr and Howard are going to go to 27-31. So he's going to move him. Steinwehr and Howard. Oh, they are right there. Okay, well, let's just move 1, 2 to right there. Okay, now how these other guys get over here? Shirts goes to 26-29. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know how he gets to 26-29, honestly. And then this one gets to 26-30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that was with 4 MPs. I don't know how he did it. Are they where it says they are? 26-29. Yep. Barlow 26-30, right? And then the other two at 27-31. Okay. Anyway, so the next net a little bit of bad record keeping there. I don't know how he did that, but the next net goes to the Union, and they're going to take Reynolds to F3. Interesting. Let's go find Reynolds. Is he off over here somewhere? Let's minimize 1. Yeah, they're over here, north of Frederick. All right, so here we go. It's F3. They roll the 4. It's 5 movement points. Wadsworth, 23-20. And they went to F3. Let's give them fatigues first of all. Let me give all 3 of these guys fatigues. All right, so we'll move Wadsworth first. 2320, 5 movement points. That's one at a time, guys. 2320. So he's going to get up there. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, next comes Robinson, 2321. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then Gide with Reynolds, a double day with Reynolds, 2421. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he goes there. All right, solid. And so EMs, Wadsworth rolled a 1, Robinson rolled a 3, and Doubleday rolled a 3. They're actually all of them are good. The next thing is going to be activate sickles. Really? Sickles, are they? Sickles is right here. They're going to take them to 3. Yep, to F3, and they only get 2 MPs. Bernie to 2324, 2324 up 2, and then Sickles looks like he's going to go to 2325. That's just simply up 2 for both of them, and then the EMs are Bernie 2. Humphreys 1, they're both okay. All right, let's move out a couple of resolutions to see all of this. So, okay, so that's 2 pages done. I got one page. Actually, I just got a couple more things, and then this is going to be a pass. Actually, the Rebels do pass on the next initiative, and then the Union is going to take their other guy to F3, and that other guy just happens to be Howard's Corps. And last time we kind of weren't clear on what Howard was doing, but we're going to try to make sure it goes smoothly. So they all go to fatigue 3, and they roll a 3, gives them 4 MP. Shirts goes to 2426. 1, 2, 3. Or actually, is that a road back there? 2326. It does look like a road. 1, 2, 3, and how does he get to 2326? What is it with this guy's movement? Okay, wait a minute. Shirts goes to 2426. All right, here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, good. Barlow, 2527. 2527. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then Steinwer Howard to 2528. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do some EMs. Shirts rolls a 3. He's good. Barlow rolls a 1. And he's good, but Steinware rolls a 5. His ass is gonna flip. Manpower flip disorg. All right, so he flips, and then okay. So it's on to turn 4. Both sides pass, and it's on to turn 4. But we're going to worry about turn 4 later. All we're going to do, if both sides are passing, let's go ahead and look and do the recovery. All right, let me hit recovery. Okay, the recovery goes really quick at this point during the game. So let's move out and look at everything. Let's start with the Rebels. All right. Let's talk about what the Rebels did this turn. So, in Shepherdstown, you saw Hill's Corps come on, and they moved due north from Shepherdstown down here all the way to up here. It took them 3 fatigues to get where they are, and that's where they are, just to the east of Hagerstown, still in Maryland. And they are and we've done the recovery, so they are now exhausted. They went to F3 and they are exhausted. And then moving up into the Cumberland Gap, who did this? Actually, Early dropped a sub on Greencastle. That's for levying purposes only. He dropped a sub, and then he moved north. Then he moved into Chambersburg, and again, levying purposes only. He stopped right there, and then moving further north. You see how Rhodes looks like he's entered the mountains, and then this is Johnson right here. He stopped at Shippensburg. So what has to happen for levying is these guys, it's during the recovery phase, but you have to go in to the recovery phase with zero fatigue. So they went into the recovery phase with fatigue. It took away all their fatigue, but in fact they can't levy until the recovery phase for turn 4. Okay, so you're going to see them. They're not even going to move next turn. Rhodes may move, but you're not going to see Johnson move. You're not going to see Early move. You're not going to see the sub move. They're going to stay. They have to stay there to next recovery phase in turn 4 to officially levy all of those spots. All right, and then now let's look at what the Union did. The Union, they came on the board in this area down here, down by Bennett's Creek Church, 2734 and 2934, and they moved. All of their guys moved to Fatigue 3. I want to say that Barlow's corps definitely moved to Fatigue 3. They all headed to Frederick. Third Corps moved through Frederick, that is to say Sickles Corps, and Reynolds Corps, they also went to Fatigue 3, because all 3 of those corps right there, you see they have exhausted, so that means that they went to Fatigue 3. So it looks like all 3 of the infantry corps went due north through Frederick, and they're heading on the east side of South Mountains due north, okay, our Catoctin mountain range. It kind of blends into both. And then, however, you see how Kilpatrick's guys, they may have, I think they only went to Fatigue 2 because they do not presently aren't presently exhausted. So I think they only went to Fatigue 2, and they seem to be moving into the mountain ranges or transiting the mountain ranges to intercept, or they're keep an eye on Hill's Corps and make it hard for Hill's Corps to transition through the mountain ranges. That's what Gamer X is a big fan of doing it. I'd do the same damn thing. So that's what it is. I might widen out just a bit. And so there's a good look at all the Union basically just moving north, and the Cav moving into the mountain ranges. And you see Hill's Corps, they moved in a northeastern direction, and Ewell's guys just moved in and settled in some towns to levy those towns. And oddly enough, it looks like Knipe and Jenkins did not move. They were big movers in turn 1 and 2, but neither one of those apparently moved in turn 3. So there they are. Knipe is now, looks like he's picking up he's entrenching right there. That's a pretty good position for him to be, actually. And Jenkins didn't move either, so that's it. And now we move on. We're going to move on to June 25th, turn 4. And that's going to be, interestingly enough, that is going to be the first turn with the random events. So there you guys, there you have it. That's turn 3. Still playing this game in real life. I'm probably like 10 turns farther forward, more or deeper into the game than what you're presently looking at. Okay, so I'm John. I'm gonna post this. I gotta get busy. I got chores to do around the house, and I will see you guys in turn 4. And looking forward to it. All right. Hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm out. Bye bye.